Don't turn my house into a brothel. Don't carry illicit drugs here. I do well to keep all the fittings in my house, in their original state. So basically, I encourage you to maintain the house. That was it. One page, we signed. Boom, give us key. We're moved. But there's something that's happening right now, and I'm going to mention some places, and this is not to, as it were, bring disrepute to them, but it is so that we can have proper context and we know that we are dealing with people here in River State. So Rumosi, Mercyland, hello, hi Mercyland people, Audley Road, good morning to you. Particularly those of you who are along Aeroplane Drive and then going down to Aboloma as well. It's a greeting, a warm, what's it called now, from us here to you. Now, I want you guys to take a very close listen to this. Because I'm not quite sure how to handle this, personally. This is just me this morning, right? Because you see, Some people are now complaining that their landlords have increased the rent. Okay, it's not new news. People have been increasing rent, for a while now. So, hey, we're dealing with that scenario. But it is how it is being done, that is raising a lot of questions. How exactly should you raise the rent? Now, ideally, I read that, you should increase your rent by 50%, right? 50%, ideally. That's what's acceptable. That's generally seen as acceptable. So if your rent is 300,000 naira per annum, now the landlord can say, okay, he's going to increase it by 50%, right? And it now becomes 450,000. But some people in these areas I've just mentioned increase their rent by 100%. Not only did they increase the rent by 100%, they're increasing the rent in under 8 months. So about a year ago, they just increased the rent. Now, we have people who are complaining now that they are about to pay rent. They told the landlord, hey, landlord, I want to pay rent. I said, no, that money that you want to pay is not the amount I want to take. Oh, I'm not going to be taking 300,000 naira from you again. I want to be taking 350 from 150,000 naira in this Port Harcourt. So here is my question, ladies and gentlemen. One, how do you handle these contract breaches? Because in many of these contracts, it was never stipulated that the landlords will increase the rent or may increase the rent at his discretion every 6 months or 2.5 days, or depending on how OME market is. It was never stated. So that in itself is a breach of contract. And then we talk about the enforcement of quick notices. So right now, there are some people right now, as we speak, we open the phone lines. Right now, they have money. They have agreed that, oh, I'm going to pay my landlord this. The landlord say, I know they do again. I know they do. If you not bring 600,000. Imagine some landlords are bold. And I can understand as a landlord, nobody's trying to victimize or demonize anybody who's a landlord. Please, let's get this very straight, right? Because we talked about very bad tenants a few weeks ago. But some landlords, right, for their one-bedroom apartments, for their self-contained, that used to be 100,000 naira, they've nearly tripled the rates. Now you can say, oh, maybe it's inflation. But once again, what is regarded as best practice is not what they are doing. Imagine somebody waking up and receiving a quick notice from his landlord that your rent is no longer 300,000 naira. Your rent is 600,000 naira.
Views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3.
017-923-0002. 017-923-0002. 017-923-0005. 2.3. All right, at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you'll find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you'll find us on Facebook and